This is the cold start on the Alfa Romeo. We have got the ignition on. Obviously it's quite dark in here, but as you can see the lights there. So if you would like to start the car for me, sir. So welcome back. We're here on the first drive in the 1970 Alfa Romeo GT 1300 Junior. We're with the owner, and he's going to tell us about how this beautiful car runs and drives. So, sir, whenever you're ready, if you'd like to tell us, I guess you could start with the history of the car and how long you've had it.
Yeah, I own this car for 50 years now, and I used to just use basically for the weekend, for free time sometimes. I rebuilt the engine 3 years ago, and I drove the car from Milan to London straight away, no issues at all. And what should I say? The car is well kept, very nice, spot on, and it's a good car to enjoy the free time.
So just quickly touching on, you said it's well kept. I mean, currently you have it stored in like an underground car park, so it's in a dry location, it's with a cover on it as well, isn't it?
Yeah, always far from the rain, no rust, the cover every time. I switch off the battery as well, just to keep the battery in good life. It's like it's like a toy. You need to keep
Yeah, no, I hear you 100%. So I'm just going to touch quickly kind of just on the driving. I think now's probably a good time to talk about the suspension as we're going over some speed bumps. How does the suspension feel to you? Are there any kind of like knocks or bangs kind of when you're going over like any bumps or...
Look, it's pretty much okay. Of course, there are no new generation suspension, but I would say it's almost like you drive not a new car, but not very old as it is. As I said, I drove from Milan. Very enjoyable driving. This one you want to be. So as I said, there are no new generation, but they are not so bad actually compared to other classic cars.
Yeah, and it's not, I would say it's probably not too firm kind of on the road. Like it soaks up the bumps quite well. You're not kind of driving around and having your teeth kind of rattle to pieces, are you?
No, absolutely not.
Cool. How's the, obviously we're doing a lot of gear changing here. How does the gearbox feel?
Yeah. When I did the new engine, we checked everything. The gearbox was rectified, but everything is working perfectly.
And in between kind of gears, does it...
You know what, the Alfa Romeo, especially the classic one, when you start the engine, when it's cold, you need to first put the second gear, and when you need to start the car, first the second, and after you put the first.
Okay.
Because I don't know why exactly, because it's a technical, but it's a proper Alfa Romeo characteristic.
And am I right in saying this car's a 4-speed?
5.
5-speed.
5
Okay, and it goes all the way up to 5. Well, you know, there's no issues with the gearbox, no like grinding in the synchros or anything like that. No, I don't suppose it has any synchros.
Absolutely, everything is spot on.
Cool. And talk to us just quickly about the engine. I think you mentioned you had it rebuilt.
Yeah, I did in Italy 3 years ago, and of course I got all the evidence, invoice, everything, picture from step by step when the engine was open, closed, and I did in an Alfa Romeo garage, which is, of course, they do only classic Alfa Romeo, and since then you can see even when you keep the car, it doesn't go down. The engine, the sound of the engine is minimum and max is spot on, so it's perfect. The engine is perfect.
Cool.
No oil spilling, nothing. Spillage, nothing.
And how do the brakes feel? Because obviously on the older cars they're not necessarily as good as obviously the newer ones. You know, brake pedals can be a bit softer. They can take a little bit longer to stop in bits and pieces. How do you find the braking in this?
Brake, I don't have, of course, ABS.
Yep.
But of course the brake is normal. Look at, as I said, it's not like the new generation car, but it works properly.
Yeah, and there's no squeaking or anything kind of when we come to a stop, and brakes are all yeah. If we got up here, so we're just going to now demonstrate cycling through all the gears. It's fourth.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. And how does it feel, kind of 50 miles an hour?
It's very enjoyable.
So it is cool to be in it, to be fair. The steering wheel at this speed's fine. There's no like.
Okay. Yeah.
Other than the camera.
I don't have, of course, power steering, but the car is very light, so it's fine. It's fine.
Perfect, brilliant. I'm just going to show it's got the rev counter there. Got the speedo. Speedo, is it in kilometers still?
Yeah.
Yep. So that's roughly about 50, maybe a little bit more now.
And it's very fast, despite it's a 1300, but it's very fast.
I suppose it's light though, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Cool, brilliant. I reckon that probably concludes the first drive video. Thank you for that. Thank you for your time this morning.
No, well, thanks to you.